My name is László Váradi. I am the facilitator of the thematic area Technology and Systems of the European Aquaculture Technology and Innovation Platform. In this thematic area, we have one working group that is inland freshwater aquaculture. Although freshwater aquaculture production is only about 23% of the total EU aquaculture production, its importance is much more than just the share from the EU aquaculture production. It is not well known, for example, that in 10 countries of the EU, 100% of aquaculture production comes from freshwater. The three main freshwater aquaculture systems are flow-through systems, pond systems, and recirculating aquaculture systems. The three systems face different challenges. The flow-through systems, mainly for trout production, are turned into outdoor recirculating systems, decreasing water consumption and environmental impact. In pond aquaculture, in pond fish farming, the main challenge is how to combine the traditional value of the fish pond with the advantages offered by modern technologies. And for recirculating aquaculture systems, the main issue is how to improve the economical feasibility, the economical viability. Freshwater pond aquaculture is dominant in Central and Eastern Europe, in the former so-called socialist countries, and this is the region where the GDP is the lowest in Europe, and this is also the region where the fish consumption is well below the average of the EU or the European fish consumption. Freshwater pond fish culture, therefore, is very important to food supply and rural livelihood. While in modern industrial type of aquaculture, 3-4 people can produce 1,000 tons of fish, we need 100-120 people to produce the same amount in a pond aquaculture. However, ponds are not only production facilities. The fish ponds are valuable wetlands which are providing habitat for many species, birds, mammals, plants, and also contribute to water management in a watershed. The importance of freshwater pond fish farming increased significantly after the enlargement of the EU. When the fish pond area increased from 60,000 hectares before the enlargement up to 340,000 hectares. However, on a European level, in the whole Europe, we have more than 500,000 hectare fish pond area. In spite of the availability of this large, huge fish pond area, in spite of the long traditions and the knowledge and experiences, taking also into account the emerging technologies, the contribution of freshwater aquaculture, especially pond fish farming, to food security and rural livelihood is limited. There are various reasons why freshwater pond aquaculture cannot contribute as much to food security and rural livelihood as possible and as it would be desirable. First of all, there is competition. There is very tough competition for space and freshwater resources. There is also limited access to seed capital for innovation. Innovation needs investment. Processing and marketing is very undeveloped for freshwater species which are produced locally. There are, of course, regulatory and legal constraints. Water pollution is also a problem. the pond is exposed to the weather conditions and exposed to the different effects of the surrounding areas. Fish pond itself is removing the nutrients from the water. This is an extractive type of aquaculture. However, we suffer from some pollutions which are coming from the surrounding watershed. And fish pond farmers are also suffering from the predation of the protected animals which are coming to the fish pond to eat fish. However, we who are working in freshwater aquaculture, we strongly believe that freshwater pond aquaculture is an unexplored opportunity in the development of food security and rural livelihood in many regions in Europe. However, specificities of pond aquaculture should be better understood and it should be better acknowledged by the public and policymakers. There is also need for appropriate regulations that takes into account these specificities of freshwater aquaculture. I do hope that the new common fisheries policy and the new European Fisheries Fund will provide appropriate framework for the development of freshwater pond aquaculture, which is a great opportunity in supplying fresh fish and providing employment in many regions of Europe, especially in Central and Eastern Europe.